here I am, out here on the cutting edge of quantum uncertainty, grappling with the imponderables. May I have the envelope, please, so I can push it? All this data I'm collecting on human intelligence, how can it be that the human mind is more than the human mind can understand? If I come across one more paradox, I think I will just scream. I am now able to comprehend the incomprehensibility of it all. Now what? Of course, someday this may all fall into place, like it did for Crick and Watson. It said that one of them was walking down a spiral staircase when he thought of the model for the DNA code, which is shaped somewhat like a spiral staircase. I could have a similar eureka experience. One day when I'm putting on my pantyhose, as I roll them down to the ankles the way I like them, no telling what law of physics I might unravel. I'll tell you one thing, when I do have my eureka experience, I hope I'll have the presence of mind not to do what Archimedes did and run down the street naked screaming, "Eureka, Eureka." I'll tell you another thing, evolution could use a eureka experience. Hey, what if I'm it? Seems like evolution just kind of plateaued out, left humankind with a middle management problem. Just maybe going crazy could be the evolutionary process trying to hurry up mind expansion. My mind didn't snap, it was trying to stretch itself into a new shape. The cerebral cortex trying to grow a thumb of sorts. I'm glad I got delusions of grandeur. Makes me feel a lot better about myself. According to my data, a turning point in evolution came when we began to reflect on ourselves. Wasn't long after that, we began to lie to ourselves. Then came abstract thought, quickly followed by our ability to jump to faulty conclusions. And our minds have been working that way more or less ever since. Hey, Fred, watch the light! You mammalian-brained lunkhead. Lunkheads. Mammalian-brained lunkheads. They look at my shopping cart, call me crazy, 'cause I saved this junk. What do you call the ones who buy it, huh? Honk, honk, honk. Manhattan's mantra. I'd hate to think what this town would look like if I wasn't picking up after everybody all the time. I don't want to over-romanticize it. But frankly, going crazy was the best thing ever happened to me. I don't say it's for everybody. Some people couldn't cope. But for me, it came at a time when nothing else seemed to be working. Uh-oh, runaway cart! Go ahead and stare, rubbernecks. I love an audience. I got the kind of madness Socrates talked about. A divine release of the soul from the yoke of custom and convention. I refuse to be intimidated by reality anymore. After all, what is reality anyway? Nothing but a collective hunch. Now, since I put reality on a back burner, my days are jam-packed and fun-filled. Hey, like some days, I go hang out on 57th Street. I love to do this old joke. I wait for some music-loving tourist. This gives me such a charge. I wait for him to go up and ask someone, how do I get to Carnegie Hall? And then I run up and I yell, practice. I never could have done stuff like that when I was in my right mind. When I think of the fun I missed, I try not to be bitter. Honk, honk, honk. Manhattan's mantra. I was not always a bag lady. I used to be a creative consultant. for big companies. Who do you think thought up the color scheme for Howard Johnson's? At the time, nobody was using orange and aqua in the same room together. Laugh tracks. I gave TV sitcoms the idea for canned laughter. I got the idea one day I heard voices and no one was there. Pantyhose in a plastic goose egg. My idea. One thing I personally don't like about pantyhose, when you roll them down to the ankles the way I like them, you can't walk too good. People seem amused. So what's a little loss of dignity? You gotta admit, it's a look. The only idea I'm proud of, my umbrella hat. Protects against sunstrokes, rain, and muggers. That should come as no shock. I am now creative consultant to these aliens from outer space. They're a kind of cosmic fact-finding committee. Amongst other projects, they've been searching all over for signs of intelligent life. It's a lot trickier than it sounds. Don't worry. Before I took the consulting job, I gave them my whole psychohistory. I told them what drove me crazy was my last creative consultant job with the rich cracker mogul, Mr. Nabisco. It was my job to come up with snack inspirations to increase sales. I had this idea to give cracker consciousness to the entire planet. I said, Mr. Nabisco, sir, you could be the first to sell the concept of munching to the third world. We got an untapped market here. Why, these countries got millions and millions of people don't even know where their next meal is coming from. So the idea eating between meals is something just never occurred to them. Eating between meals is something just never, eating between meals is something just never occurred to them. I heard myself. I woke up in the nut house. One thing they don't tell you about shock treatments, for months afterwards you got flyaway hair. And it used to be my best feature. Now I have to wear this wig. I wore it wrong side out to keep it clean. Darn pantyhose. It's because of shock treatments I started having these time-space continuum shifts. Suddenly it was like my central nervous system had a patio edition out back. Like my brain's dial switching through humanity. My umbrella hat works like a satellite dish. I pick up signals that transmit snatches of people's lives. I hear the sizzling sound like white noise. And then I know it's trance time. That's how I met my space chums. I was in one of my trances. I suddenly sensed others were there watching with me. Like now. I see this scrawny punk kid on stage somewhere. Got hair the color of Fruit Loops. She's decked out in chains. Her t-shirt says, "Leave me alone."
I'm getting my act together and I'm throwing it in your face. I want to insult every member of the human race. I'm Agnes Angst. I don't kiss ass. I don't say thanks.
Well, thank you all a lot. I'm so glad that you came today. I was worried you might not show up. And without you, there'd be little point in me being here.
This will be a night of sharing for the sharing impaired. We are all soulmates in the vast cosmic dustbin of intergalactic space. And we are micro specks on spaceship Earth. And tonight, a group of assorted specks arranged themselves into the shape of a speck audience and came here to watch a speck on stage who wants to be a star speck.
Whoa. See what I mean? These trances are entertaining but distracting. Especially since somebody else has the remote control. Causes lapses of the synapses. I forget things. Never underestimate the power of the human mind to forget. The other day, I forgot where I put my house keys. I looked everywhere. And then I remembered, I don't have a house. I forget more important things too, like the meaning of life. It'll come to me. Let's just hope when it does, I'll be in. Uh-oh, I must dash soon. My space chums say they are learning so much about us since they began to timeshare my trances. They said to me, Trudy, the human mind is so strange. I told them, that's nothing compared to the human genitals. They find it hard to grasp stuff comes easy to us. I show them this can of Campbell's tomato soup. This is soup. And then I show them a picture of Andy Warhol's painting of a can of Campbell's tomato soup. This is art. This is soup. And this is art. Art, soup, soup, art. Now, what is this? No, this is soup. And this is art. Once more.
Woo! I've been on 4 job interviews today, Eileen. No matter what kind of job you have, it's got to be easier work than looking for one. Shake it out. This may sound like a cop-out, Eileen, but some of my job probs are not my fault. I'm dyslexic, they tell me. I don't type, file, or spell well. It's hard to type when you can't spell. And it's hard to file when everything you've typed looks like alphabet soup. I do better at something creative. And I feel I am somewhat creative. But somehow, I lack the talent to go with it. And being creative without talent is a bit like being a perfectionist and yet not being able to do anything right. All my life, I've wanted to be somebody. But I see now I should have been more specific. Not that I lack ambition. I have ambition. I want to be more than I am now. But if I were really ambitious, I think maybe I'd already be more than I am now. A sobering thought, Eileen. What if right at this very moment, I am living up to my full potential? This seminar I'm in, Eileen, has opened me up like some kind of bronchial spray. I got clear that my expectations about life are simply way too high because of false hopes. My seminar leader said to me, Chrissy, you are a classic false hope case. Oh, Chrissy, you're gonna be okay. Not only do I not have a very firm grasp on reality, but I have sort of a loose grip on my fantasies too. Oh, cold. At the Phobia Institute. I'm working on overcoming my fears, Eileen. Oh, but it's not easy. You name it, I have feared it. Well, like I fear being out of work, and yet, whenever I'm working, I have this constant fear of being fired. I guess the worst fear I have is that this feeling I once had may come back. Once I guess I have needed to get this out, Eileen, for so long. Once I felt so down and so low, I came this close to committing suicide. I would have done it too, just one thing stopped me. Fear. Eileen, I was just plain too afraid. So if I ever did commit suicide, I'd have to be so desperate, I wouldn't even let fear of suicide stand in my way. Then probably, if I weren't afraid, I'd really want to live. Only by then, if I'd really conquered my fear of suicide, it might be too late. I might have already, done it. False hopes. I hope I never feel that low again. I used to be so sensitive. Sometimes I would think of the Kennedy family and I would just burst out into tears. I don't burst out into tears as much as I used to. And I hardly ever think of the Kennedys anymore. Oh, sure, in November's, but that's all. Oh, how they lied about this health club. Talk about false hopes. I'm sorry. The place to get thin and meet good-looking men. Every good-looking man here is mostly looking at himself. But I keep coming. I tell myself I'm keeping fit. The truth is I pig out one week and starve the next. I have gained and lost the same 10 pounds so many times, over and over again, that my cellulite must have deja vu. And all that business about exercise releasing endorphins, I have not felt so much as one endorphin being released. Once more, false hopes. Hey, but if it weren't for false hopes, the economy would just collapse, I bet. Well, Slinky Dinks, I'm out of here.
How much longer must I wait? I have read all the magazines. I will have to be shampooed again. Lonnie, it's Kate. It's Kate. No, I was not sure that was you either. That's what comes of letting Bucci the arrogant do our hair, I suppose. I tell you, coming here today was so humiliating. There were people in the streets actually staring at my haircut. People who normally would be intimidated. Well, of course, I said to him, please, Bucci, nothing too radical. But by that time, this side was already gone. Of course, I have gotten scads of compliments, especially when they see just this side and not this side. I've been waiting so long that soon this side will look like this side. Oh, have you seen this article? It's all about how you can actually die from boredom. Have you ever used the expression, I am dying of boredom? Well, so have I. I have used it all my life. It says if you use it that often, that may be exactly what you're doing. Even as I was reading that very same article, in the back of my mind, I caught myself thinking, how boring. And guess who was at Raphael's last night? With someone who was not her husband. No, I will not tell you. I will only say that she is someone that you know. Her left ear juts out. Yes, I am having an affair. But not for long. It's one thing to tolerate a boring marriage, but a boring affair does not make sense. Oh, I hope Freddie does hear. I think I want Freddie to hear and get upset. Of course, it has occurred to me he might hear and not get upset. This haircut, Lonnie, hard to miss this haircut, not a word. And last year I lost the tip off my little finger in a food chopper accident. To this day, he has yet to notice. Funny, as a little girl, I dreamed of being a concert violinist. What a tragedy if my dream had come true. When I'm in LA this weekend, I'm seeing a plastic surgeon about a new fingertip. Maybe he can operate on this haircut while he's at it. And I have got to go to the theater tonight. They say it's uplifting, but still I dread it. The last time they said something was uplifting, I must have dozed off during the uplifting part. I don't know why I bother. I'll be just one big yawn with a bad haircut. Don't put that magazine back. I want to rip out that article on boredom. I'm going to have this copied for all my friends. It says here, did you read? Having everything can sometimes make you stop wanting anything. It's called Rich People's Burnout. And if Town & Country is writing about it, a magazine not known for its psychological insight, it must be of epidemic proportions.
Look, it is vital that I stay at your house tonight. My parents think that you are a bad influence on me, too. You gotta make your mom let me stay over. I can't just sleep here in the pissoir at the House of Pancakes. Just for that, you can't run my sound. You are herstory. I need my tapes for the gig tonight. I need my Debbie Boone, my Star Trek. You bring them to the Anti-Club by sundown. It is vital. You crumb de la crumb.
And welcome to Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Vera Brandt. Now, if you're calling from Indianapolis, dial 555, followed by the word talk. We'll be back with our first caller of the day.
I am using this phone.
This is Talk Radio 79, WHUZ. I'm Dr. Vera Brandt.
555 TALK, 555 TALK, 55. Oh, look, it is vital that I talk to the radio shrink. My name is Agnes. I'm 15. My parents locked me out of the house today. I want to find out if that is legal. I can't wait long. I'm in the ladies' room, House of Pancakes. Don't you eyeball me, you speck.
Achieving autonomy or independence is one of the goals of psychotherapy, and certainly I would hope one of the goals of your life. Because to be independent is to stay a child forever, and that in the end, education, and that's what this program is about, education. The education toward the ability to decide. What we have to do here with you every day is help you make better
Answer the phone.
This is Talk Radio 79 WHQZ. I'm Dr. Vera Brandt with our first caller of the day, Agnes.
Oh, wait, Agnes, Dr. Agnes, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Doctor, listen, for years I've been going home after school. Nobody would be there. I take my key from around my neck. I let myself in. Today I go home. I put my key in the door. They changed the locks on me. Yes, I suppose it was something I did. Whatever I do is wrong anyway. Like last night, my stepmom, she accuses me of leaving dirty fingerprints on the cheese. Oh, my real mother's not around right now. She's in Europe doing her art piece. She's a performance artist like me. There was this big custody beef, see, because my real mother is a lesbian, so the court gave me to my dad. He's a gene splicer. A bio-businessman at this research lab of misapplied science, where he works on some new bioform he thinks he'll be able to patent. He doesn't get that I am a new bioform. I am using this phone. Listen, today I go by my dad's lab to get some money for some gear for my act, and I see this like glob of bioplasm quivering there in this petri dish. I don't know why I did it. Maybe it was sibling rivalry. But I leaned over it and I spit into it. And of course, my dad had a mad scientist alert. Oh, he loves that bioform more than me. Don't you stare at me with those blueberry syrup mustaches, you IHOP specs. Yes, I have other family. But we have nothing in common except that we are all carbon-based life forms. Oh, wait, a commercial. I can't believe you're brushing me off. To sell some product that probably killed some poor lab rat. You have been about as helpful as an acid flashback.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a billion miles from everywhere, so far removed.
Think I'll turn in early tonight, Toots. How about you?
Oh, hush. Listen, Lud, who was it said that quote about that old saying? Listen to me. Who was it said that quote? Bootsy knows, don't you, Bootsy? Here, give me your glasses. Do you remember?
Did you hear what you just said, Marie?
What?
You about to say something somebody said. You couldn't think who said it or what it was they said.
Oh, and I suppose that never happens to you.
And my glasses are sitting up there in your hair.
That never happens to him, does it, Bootsy?
If I couldn't think who said something, or what it was they said, I simply would not bring up the subject, Marie. I'd simply keep my mouth shut. Something I wish you'd consider more often.
I tolerate that kind of talk. I tell myself it's your hernia makes you act so hateful. I bet if I called that radio psychologist, she'd tell me to just pack my bags and cut loose. Easy for her to say she has a college degree.
Oh, college degree, I doubt that.
Janet used to beg me. She'd say, Mama, please join a consciousness-raising group. I missed out on it just like I did everything else.
You know what your problem is, Toots?
Yes, you.
You can't concentrate. You got a brain like a
Here
hummingbird.
we go again.
Makes you appear dense and at the same time flighty. Did you ever see a hummingbird try to make up its mind which flower to land on?
What are you driving at, Lud?
Well, picture your brain in place of that bird, and you have a clue as to what I have to put up with.
Oh, shut up.
Well, some people have hair brains, some people have pea brains, and some people have
The brains of a male chauvinist pig. Oink, 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 oink.
oink. Now who's being hateful? Sound like the garage door flapped up. Well, give me them damn glasses and turn out the light so I can see. Something weird's coming up the driveway. Who on earth?
Granddaddy's back! Let me in!
This is soup, and this is art. Art, soup, soup, art. Me and my space chums just got back from Stonehenge. I try to plan it so we have at least one peak experience a day. When you got aliens in from out of town, you want to do something special. They are so advanced. They don't even try to prove how advanced they are. They could be in 3 different places at once and still be at one with the universe. They are just about perfect, except for one weak spot: their personal appearance. They look like a gelatinous mass of ribonucleic acid, been poured out of a Jell-O mold too soon. Hey, we are delving deeply into the history of humanity. Yesterday, we stumbled across the first recorded history of when humankind made an ass of itself. And then we discovered when humankind first laughed. Guess what? We first laughed the day we first made an ass of ourselves. Oh, they love that about us. Right after we laughed, we began to reflect on ourselves. Around this time, we discovered evidence of the first knock-knock joke. Knock, knock, who's there? We're not sure, we're new at this. Not very witty, but it does give us insight into the size and shape of Cro-Magnon man's funny bone. Did you know the RNA, DNA molecules could be found throughout space in many galaxies? Only everybody spells it different. Hey, what goes up must come down. But don't expect it to come down where you could find it. Murphy's Law applied to Newton's. Hey, Tina the fuzz is buzzing the nabe tonight. Cute outfit you barely have on. You look so beautiful, Tina. You smell so good. How's tricks? Hey, did you know what most distinguishes us humans from lower animals? is our desire to take drugs. My space chums are very careful what chemicals they put into their bodies, or to use their term, biocontainer. We were having a cup of coffee. I see this strange look come over them. They pointed to the label on this non-dairy creamer. They said, Trudy, this is exactly what we are made of. Agnes, turn that junk music down. You better learn some manners, young lady, or else what, Granddaddy Spectre?
Or else people are not going to like you, honey.
You want to be liked, don't you? Everybody wants to be liked.
Not me! I'm different!
Well, I can't argue with that. I ought to lock that little day-glow fanny in there till the paddy wagon comes. Oh, Christ almighty, that damn cat. Enough hair in here to stuff a pillow. Bootsy, 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 bootsy. Lud, do you realize that nothing has turned out the way we planned it? Not our retirement plan, not those AstroTurf neckties, which we're gonna sell like hotcakes at halftime, not our patio edition out back, not our daughter, and now, not our granddaughter. There's not one thing, and I mean one thing, that's panned out right. You know what your problem is, Marie? Too negative. You're negative. About 92% of the time. Yes, and about 92% of the time, I am dead right. Oh, hell. If you're so damn right all the time, how come we have a daughter we don't understand too good? And a punk granddaughter got the manners of a terrorist. Leaves dirty fingerprints on the cheese. Wears something makes the garage door flap up. Oh. Old man Saunders stops me out here, said he saw something odd looking in the yard. Worried we might have poltergeists. I had to say, no, that wasn't no poltergeist, that was my granddaughter. She glows in the dark because her necklace is a reflective flea collar. How in the hell do you think that makes me feel? Well, why didn't you just go on and let him think it was poltergeists? Go in there and just jerk the plug right out of the socket. Agnes, you open up this door light. Oh, damn my bursitis. Where's that fuse box? I'll fix her wagon. Don't break anything. She's using her transistor. Go ahead. Turn the light back on. Ah! I can't find a damn fuse in the dark. Hey, Agnes, I demand to know where you are going at this time of night looking like that. You wouldn't want to know! Yeah, there it went, flapped right up. Lud, she has taken the candle out of my good centerpiece. I can't keep anything nice. Well, come on to bed, Toots. You've been stooped over that sewing, got eyes like cherry tomatoes. You go on to bed. I'm gonna sit up here till she gets back. Lud, go on now. Go on to bed. Now go on. Now quit. Remember when she was little? She'd stay over. I'd make chocolate milk, and then I'd make me a little milk mustache, pretend I didn't notice,
And then you'd make one, and there we'd be, the two of us with little milk mustaches. Used to just tickle her to death. Oh, she's had a lot to deal with in her short lifetime. Oh, hell. I've had more to deal with in my long lifetime. I don't take it out on the world. No, you take it out on me. Today on the phone, her daddy says that they have tried everything to get through to her. They've washed their hands. It's in our laps now. I'll bet they hadn't tried little milk mustaches. I'll shut that garage door. When she comes in, we'll hear it flap up. We'll get up, have us some chocolate milk. You and me make little milk mustaches. See if she remembers. I'm a million miles, so far removed, so far removed.
To boldly go where no speck has gone before.
I'm getting my act together, and I'm throwing it in your face. I am over here!
You techno speck. As I was leaving to come to the anti-club tonight, my grandmother's speck said, as long as you're going out, take out the trash. I looked around the room. Should I take out this early American maple coffee table in the shape of a wagon wheel? What about this gilt-sprayed macaroni mosaic? What about this wrought iron lamppost with a ceramic drunk leaning against it? Take out the trash. I wanted to say I wouldn't know where to begin. No, no, no. It is not supposed to go off here. It is supposed to go off later. I wanted everything to be perfect. Memory mode, playback. What's coming up for me is something from my own soap opera. I look at my family. I feel like a detached retina. They always took me to a fast food place and then said, eat slowly. The last conversation I had with my dad was between our t-shirts. His said, science is truth found out. Mine said the truth can be made up if you know how. Even as a fetus, I had womb angst. Inside the amniotic sac, I knew that the world I was coming into was liable to be a toxic, dumped on, ground zero kind of place. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Here is where it is supposed to go off. Oh, I wanted everything to be perfect. And these are the days of my life. On the radio today, I hear them say, the air today is unacceptable. People with breathing problems should not go out. I wanted to shout. What's unacceptable is that the air is unacceptable. I think, wow, breathing is a biohazard. I rushed to my behavior modification center. They can help me cut down on my habit of breathing. From the cubicle next to mine, I hear, do you want to stop drinking? No. Do you want to stop smoking? No. Do you want to stop overeating? No. I want to stop caring that I eat and drink and smoke too much. New marketing business venture. Start behavior modification type religion where people can go to learn to stop caring. The candlelight service is about to begin. Anyone who wants to is welcome to come in. I want to share something vital I just read in this self-help book I took. Will by G. Gordon Liddy, master of the Watergate cable, my new guru, who in holding his hand over a lit candle said, the trick is not to mind it. And I don't mind it. When I first came into this world, Elvis was already fat. And I didn't mind it when I heard Ozzy Osbourne bit the head off a bat. I don't mind I was born after the time of the crime known as Watergate. And I must have missed out on most things that made America great. But I don't mind it. And I don't mind it. No matter how much contempt I have for society, it is nothing compared to the contempt society has for me. I didn't mind it when I learned the phrase truth in advertising, which is some lie thought up by some guy in advertising. And I don't mind that I took my goldfish and I put it in water from the faucet and it died. Our drinking water caused it. I tried my mouth-to-mouth resuscitation skills. My dad said, "You are the daughter of a scientist." It should have been mouth to gills. Oh, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind each morning I get up, I feel like I want to vomit. I don't mind that the teenage suicide rate is soaring like Halley's Comet. The boy in school that I love most died last year of an overdose, but I don't mind it. I've set as my goal to get so strong I could peel onions all day long and never shed one tear. I want my skin to thicken so if I am panic-stricken, when the greenhouse effect is here, I won't even feel the fear as I watch me and the world disappear. The trick is not to mind it. If you're looking for peace, this is where you will find it. Gordon Liddy showed me the way. I have been on heavy metaphor maintenance all day. For life is like that candle flame, and we are like Gordon Liddy's hand hovering over it. And it hurts like hell. But the trick is not to mind it. I mind it. I mind it. I mind it.
I must be getting bodybuilding burnout, Ted. Lately, I've been thinking, what's the point? A lot. What's the point? Being a health nut by day, if you're a cokehead at night. Even sports. I still watch the games, but I don't root so much anymore. It's the same with sex. My sex urge is still industrial strength. But Ted, where's the desire? What's the point being a hedonist if you're not having a good time? I blame a lot of what I'm going through on the divorce. My whole life fell apart. This one day I'm in the den, waiting for the game to start. I see this magazine quiz Penny had filled out. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate your man? As a dresser, a dancer, a lover, a conversationalist. Ted, she rated me so low. Hell, who knows what's considered a good lover these days anyway? Every time you turn around, there's an erogenous zone you gotta go explore. Vaginal, clitoris, X marks the G-spot, nape of the neck, the wrist, the back of the knee. Hell, these days a guy needs his dick hooked up to a laptop computer. I miss the disco days, man. I bet I feel about disco the way hippies must feel about Woodstock. I ever show you my kid? Polaroid. Nurse took it the moment of my son's birth. That's me and Penny in the delivery room. Yeah, I helped. I was right there with my little wet, squirming son, Paul Jr. Penny wanted the bonding thing that's supposed to happen. The bonding thing did happen. Then she divorced me. You'd think rubbing somebody the wrong way wouldn't be grounds enough for divorce. But these days it is. Oh, she's remarried. Moved to Georgia. I don't see little Paulie. I got visitation, but last time, he acted like he didn't even know me. Lately, Ted, I've been thinking about this time I donated my sperm to friends of this girl I met at this disco. I was young. I'd seen her a few times there. We talked. This one night, she zaps in on me. I think it's my animal magnetism. Turns out she's looking for a sperm donor. I felt flattered. She loved it that I have one blue eye and one brown eye like David Bowie. She asked all about my family background, my talents, my IQ. But you won't believe, you bastard, is rather high. The weird part, Ted. It didn't involve sex. It was more scientific. They just wanted the sperm, see, nothing else. She takes me to her place over her plant shop. Hands me this, like, huge eyedropper. Wants me to, you know, do it into it. I freaked. Then she explained it. It made perfect sense. Anyway, hell, I did it. The thought occurs, Ted. Maybe I got this secret kid. Because this one time on PBS, I see this genius musical prodigy. Like I was meant to see him. Or else why would I switch to PBS, which I never watch? And then it hits me. The kid looks like me when I was a kid. I wait for a close-up. And Ted, so help me, looked like he had my eyes. One blue, one brown. I felt in the pit of my heart, there could be my secret kid. I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking, what if? I ask myself, what's he like? Is he happy? Does he have a proper male role model? And did the bonding thing ever happen? What are you looking for, sweetheart? 50.
Tina, hurry! Hurry, Tina! 50 each! He wants you too! Quick, in the back!
After this. This is Talk Radio 79, WHQZ.
I'm Brandy. And this is Tina.
Welcome to
You mind?
Talk Radio.
Hey, tape recorder. You're not a trick. What are you, a writer? Tina, another writer type. You're the second one this month. The last one was more normal. Ended up wanting my life history and a blowjob. What you said before, you wasn't interested what's between my legs, huh? Just my life history? I got news. What's between her legs is her life history. Tina? Well, me and Brandy got entrepreneurial plans. Telephone sex reach millions. No germs and no hand-to-hand combat. Let's stop for a chocolate soda. Here, go around the block. Oh, Tina, look at that scrawny kid. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where you are? Hooker specks! Leave me alone! What'd she call us? Some kind of speck. That little throwaway. A few weeks she'll be all different, right, Tina? If she lasts. Ever see a stray dog? I could tell just like that which ones will survive and which ones won't. Like this dog, Princess, belonged to this old wino dude, Jim. Remember, Tina? Delivered takeouts for the Greek place over on 8. Him and Princess like Siamese twins. One lunch hour. They put Jim through the ringer. Go here, go there. He gets so stressed, he just keels over like that. You put too much stress on the human body, baby, it simply rebels. Oh, forget about it. It's fade up. The medics come. They announce Jim dead as a doornail. They stuff him into one of those plastic body bags, like a garbage bag, but for dead people. Princess freaks. She runs up to the body bag, scratching and whining. Girl, let me tell the rest. This dog with her bony ass gets the bag open, starts licking Jim's face. That old wino bops about the bag alive as can be, baby. Those medics about had heart failure. They say, oh,
They make Jim go inside for a checkup, right, Tina? Fade in, fade out. Nobody around here ever sees Jim again. Maybe he died, maybe he didn't. I'm convinced what did him in, Brandy, was being stuffed into a body bag while he was still alive. He came to, he thought, body bag, I must be dead. And the thought that he was dead could be the very thing that killed him. The mind is a powerful tool. Next day on the corner, I see Princess shaking. She don't know what hit her. That's the look on her face. She just knows the wino's not there. Geez, what was that? A body in the street. The look they get when they give up. I said to myself, this dog is not gonna last out here. Sure enough, she didn't. But Brandy, and it wasn't she lacked for food, Tina. The Greeks fed her, I checked. Yeah, but what kind of food is that for a dog? Grape leaves and baklava? No. She just never kicked into that survival mode like you need to. Like you and me did, Tina. Yes, slow down. Yeah, but don't you ever let him put me into a body bag unless you're prepared to catch that ambulance, rip that bag open, and lick my face. Here, pull over. Trudy! Trudy! Over here! Here, give me 10. Here, run inside Howard John's, get Tina chocolate soda, yourself fried clams. Sure thing, and Brandy's safe sex. Don't get wet! Oh, looks like Trudy's wig was on wrong side out. That's her style, she's something else. Here, go back around. You know, Brandy, but the riff that keeps playing over in my mind. That dog knew Jim was alive. We didn't. Not those medics. And life and death is their expertise. That dog knew something about life didn't none of us know. You can't say that dog knew more about life than us, Tina. It's just that she knew something more about Jim. I know about life. I'm out here living it on a gut level basis. People tell me things, forget it, because people don't want sex so much as they want somebody who'll listen. Yeah, that's the first thing you learn after fellatio is how to listen. Just can the vulgarity. Girl, don't do it, girl. You're so disgusting. We got a sensitive writer here. Look, you made me muss my hair. A bunch of us was down at the waterfront. This guy shows up, sensitive type, soft. Type I go for. He just talks. Thinking he'd do some hustle and put himself through beauty school. Would I give him some pointers on the life? Girl, you know, you're too open with people. I'm not gonna tell his real name. So we're walking across the pier to this bar when his car pulls up. This guy leans out, he goes, bada beep, bada bop, something, something, ferry. I go over to the car, I come back, and the kid is standing there with this look on his face. Like he don't know what hit him. Like if you was to see, right before your very eyes, all at once, every sad movie that was ever made. This is the look he had. He was gay, seeing it hurt him. I told him he heard wrong. The guy wanted directions to the Staten Island ferry. The kid starts telling me, right, Tina, about this time when his dad caught him wearing his mother's bra and half-slip. How ashamed he felt. I said, like the shame you felt just now. I told him, Bucci, whatever you... Oh, Tina, did I say his name? I said his name, didn't I? I told him the only thing he should be ashamed of was being ashamed. Brandy, you know, girl, you should hang out a shingle. She has helped me so many times. Anyway, I end up staking him to beauty school. My hair, before Bucci, I didn't have split ends, I had split roots. Isn't that soft and silky? He is now the top hairstylist at a certain Fifth Avenue salon, which shall remain nameless. But we could drive by and I could show it to you. Oh, but Bucci's real name must not be used. You got it? Or mine. Look, Brandy, speak for yourself. If what he's writing is what we're talking, I want co-credit. I'm not selling the screenplay to my life for no $50. When that article comes out, it's gonna say written by him. It should at least say lived by Brandy and Tina. Yeah. Yeah.
extra tartar sauce with that side of clams. Hey, and make it snappy, Howard. Everything looks so nice. Excuse me while I fluff up. My space chums are due any minute. Look at this side. Fresh as can be. We got a top-level meeting with Richard Leakey, Tim Leary. Settle some questions that we got about evolution. Seems like, you ask me, if evolution was worth its salt, it should have evolved something better than survival of the fittest. Yeah, I think a better idea would be survival of the wittiest. At least that way creatures that didn't survive could have died laughing. My space chums think that my unique hookup with humanity could be evolution's awkward attempt to jumpstart itself up again. Maybe I didn't have a breakdown so much as a breakthrough. I'm gonna spread out here on this counter. I hope you don't mind. I gotta get this data collated. My computer's down. Some of this stuff we find, Howard, I just as soon not know. We got new evidence as to what motivated man to walk upright, to free his hands from masturbation. Masturbation. Hey, look at this. When humankind had its first thought, most likely we did not know what to think. It's hard to think. Without words, you haven't got a clue as to what you're thinking. Communication was at a standstill. Then we figure one day man is walking along barefoot, as he did in those days. He stubbed his toe. He said, ouch. He thought, I wonder what I meant by that. Pretty soon he felt his toe throbbing, and he knew the meaning of ouch. Hey, Howard, when primitive man had his ouch experience, he couldn't have known he was paving the way years later for Helen Keller to have her wah-wah experience. What a breakthrough. They figured that's how language began. I personally think we developed language because of our deep inner need to complain. Right after we talked to each other, we began to talk behind each other's backs. Sometimes it was vicious gossip. Other times, a casual critical remark. Like, geez, did you see the hair on his back? Hey, something smells good, Howard. Can I have one fry? Just one. Hey, what about this crusty piece on the counter? Public domain. When everyone realized not only could they talk, but they could also be talked about, primitive man began showing signs of paranoia. With everyone paranoid, war soon broke out. With war came stress. And the rest is history. It's a back-breaking task trying to collate this info, not to mention trying to make sense out of it. Frankly, I think my space chums are showing signs of stress too. They're concerned about our evolvement because they say we're all connected. Seems like there's some kind of cosmic crazy glue connecting everything to everything. They started talking about a little something called interstellar interspecies symbiosis. To hold up my end of the conversation, I asked them to elaborate. This led them to the quantum inseparability principle. Every particle affects every other particle everywhere. We all times share the same atoms. That which is above is also in that which is below. What is there is also here. So said the Upanishads. But the question remains, where the hell are the Upanishads? Hey, come to think of it, I don't know where Leakey and Leary are either. Here come my space chums, late as usual. I got a peak experience planned. Violin concert, all kids. I'm scratching Leakey and Leary since they didn't show. Besides, too many cooks spoil the soup. Soup. This is soup, and this is art. Art soup, soup art. I wish to hell they'd get this. Better put up your umbrella hats and follow me.
Oh, how could anyone accumulate so much junk? Excuse me. No, everything on this side of the yard is for sale. Those are Bataka encounter bats. I don't know, kids, should we sell the bats? You can have them for nothing. This is a Samadhi flotation tank. Oh, look at this. My old journal. 1977 Houston, International Women's Year. 1970, Women's Strike for Equality. Listen to this. Edie and Marge and I were there marching with 50,000 others down Fifth Avenue. The Senate held ERA hearings for the first time since 1956. We thought we were going to change it all.
Tonight,
Betty for Dan.
we learned the power of our sisterhood.
The power of our sisterhood. Oh, I feel such a rush. A positive woman energy. Sisters all over the country are forming consciousness-raising groups like ours. When women get equality, social and economic equality, there'll be no more wars.
Right on, sister. Can you believe Henry Kissinger saying power is the ultimate aphrodisiac? Really? The bombing in Cambodia shows what it takes for him to get it up. Well, hell, women don't want to fight. We'd rather sit around in a circle and process, right, Lynn?
Oh, Marge, Edie, you're right. This is about moving the whole species forward, not just half of it. Sisters, progress report. Boy Scouts of America allow girls into its Explorer Scouts division. And is this a breakthrough or what? Girls are appointed as Senate pages for the first time in history. And sisters, I am woman, hear me roar. I've got a surprise. Ms. Magazine, premiere issue. I got Gloria Steinem herself to autograph them. Edie, this one's for you, Marge. And this one is for me. Let's stay together. So, did the sisters see Billie Jean bust Bobby Riggs' chauvinistic butt? Or what? Edie. Edie works for a liberal left newspaper. She writes a column, Boycotts of the Month. And she wears camouflage fatigues all the time. Honey, you couldn't be more anti-war, but if it weren't for Army surplus, you'd have nothing to wear. Take charge, Marge. I'm not exaggerating, Lynn. Edie was in my plant shop in that camouflage get-up. I almost watered her. I'm proud that I have never been a slave to the tyranny of fashion trends like you, Marge. You've got Cosmo damage. First they tell you your tits should point upwards instead of downwards. Mine aren't big enough to point in any direction. And who says we need to shave under our arms? Ta-da! What is that, Spanish moss? How did you manage that much growth? I mean, the women's movement is still young. You're plant food, Marge. And a grow light. Edie, hair under the arms. You're probably on some FBI list of the politically dangerous. At least Marge has figured out from those magazines what shaped face she has. So she can apply makeup to overcome flaws. That's what these consciousness-raising self-examinations are all about. I look at myself.
don't see any flaws.
E-R-A, E-R-A, E-R-A.
What do you want?
Quality!
Quality. You don't know what the hell you want.
We certainly don't want
Neither do I want you.
you! E-R-A. Look, Edie, what do you want from me? I have marched and rallied till I'm bleary-eyed for Shirley Chisholm, for Bella. I cannot be all things to all people politically and still be Peter's girlfriend. Yes, Edie, yes, Peter is suppressive, but no more so than you. I wish I'd said. Okay, doctor. Gestalt therapy is new to me. In this chair, I role-play Peter, right? In this chair, I role-play myself. And in that chair, you role-play the doctor. Peter, I am sick of this suppressive, you do as I say, macho number you have been putting me through. Now I'm me. Oh, no, I'm Peter. And I'd like just a glimpse of the nurturant female you and your butch rad femme friends harp on so much about. I want a woman, not a feminist. Aha, all it is with you is sex, sex, sex. And all it is with you is sex, sex, sexual politics. I have had it. I don't know how it happened, but somehow I had just walked out on myself.
She was a big, tough woman, the first to come along, that showed me being female meant you still could be strong.
Oh, excuse me, sister, excuse me.
We had to part.
I saw Edie at the concert. She was wearing Indian cotton drawstring pants, Birkenstock sandals, and a women of color t-shirt. She introduced me to her friend, Pam. Edie was clearly into a new phase, so. And then someone from the women's building came over passing out candles. Janet was a performance artist. She was wearing Indian cotton drawstring pants, Birkenstock sandals, and a Lesbians Ignite t-shirt. She'd made the candles herself, not the usual phallic-shaped. They were formed like a beautiful labia majora. Very nice. The wick Edie pointed out symbolized a tampon string. Oh, maybe it was my breakup with Peter. Or maybe I just felt like widening the parameters of my sexuality. Janet turned out to be a regular Don Juanita. Oh, she loved to make love. And when she got tired, she had an old vibrator that would heat up to such an extent, I'd have to get up, go in the kitchen, and get an oven mitt. Janet was a multimedia performance artist. She was making a video diary of our relationship. One weekend, she put white grease paint on my face, draped me in gauze veils, and had me sit in a downtown gallery on a stack of Harvard classics while dazed art patrons milled around me. I sat for 40 minutes under the veils, and then Janet's little 5-year-old Agnes came in carrying a candle, which for reasons known only to Janet was burning at both ends. Thank you, Agnes. Agnes, sweetheart! Agnes, step back, step back, step back! The evening ended in total chaos. Marge and Daniel even thought the flaming veil was part of the act. And of course, Janet got the whole thing on video, including our breakup, and I asked her to dub me off a copy. 2 suppressive relationships in a row have put me under a lot of stress. I met Bob. At the TM Center. I was there getting my mantra. He was having his checked. He was wearing Indian cotton drawstring pants, Birkenstock sandals, and a t-shirt that said, "Whales save us." Oh, I liked him right off. We split to this vegetarian place nearby.
tastes like a tofu melt. Well, I have a master's in art history, but I realized too late it didn't exactly ensure my future. So I'm getting a degree in marketing. Being with Bob was such a high. He listened with an intensity most other people have only when talking. I would love to see the Samadhi flotation tank that you're building. Another time, looks like we have the same taste in bags. I'm due at the rape crisis hotline. And then I split. Oh, my heart was pounding. The herb tea had been caffeine-free. If it wasn't the tea, what was happening to me? Well, I believe this Prince Charming when I see him. How come I never meet a guy like that? The last one I went to bed with, I woke up in the morning with the imprint of his Coke spoon on my chest. You have heterosexual damage, sis. I mean, all that gyno whoopee gel is bound to seep into your bloodstream. Edie. Edie, next to you, Bob is the truest feminist I've ever met. He's the only man I've ever known who knew where he was when Sylvia Plath died. He has a master's in business. But what changed his life? He read the Wall Street Journal on acid. Bob has this dream to be a holistic capitalist. In the hallway outside his apartment, I heard New Age music. When he opened the door, his face was flushed. We made love. And then talked half the night about the ecosystem and ending world hunger through tofu consciousness. We made love again, and then stopped and had a trail mix snack. We talked until dawn, exchanging Patty Hearst theories. And then we fell asleep. By morning, we were in love. Bob was a dream come true, a new age Ward Cleaver. Ta-da! A contract like the one I have with Pam. Bob and Lynn are gonna sign it over here by the carrot cake. Janet, get this on video. You two make me believe in romance again. Isn't my shop the perfect place for a wedding, Daniel? A metaphor for growth and nurturance. Don't you think so, honey? They look like an organic Ken and Barbie. For our honeymoon, we went on a transformational wilderness backpacking retreat that promised higher consciousness and body awareness through mountain climbing and transcendental trout fishing. The brochure said we would find ourselves. We not only did not find ourselves, we lost contact with the rest of the group and spent our wedding night sleeping in the woods on a bed of leaves that turned out to be poison ivy. Between our sexual attraction for one another and the poison ivy, we had never known such body awareness. Honey, whatever it is, Bob, it's the perfect wedding gift because it comes from you. What is it? A geodesic dome home kit? We have to build it ourselves. But Bob, you've been working on that Samadhi tank since before we met and it still leaks. It was the first squelching thing I'd ever said to Bob. E-R-A, E-R-A.
I think it's stupid. I don't think women should just stay home all the time, but I don't think they belong out either.
Rape crisis hotline. Oh, no. Oh, God, we'll be there in just a few minutes. Pam, call Edie. Tell her to meet us at Cedars, the emergency room. It's Marge. Oh, honey. It's Marge's first night home. Let's invite her over. Oh, Daniel split. He didn't even come to the hospital. I don't want her to be alone. If you're not busy, please say yes. Marge, we are finishing up the house. We need your touch. I've got Japonicus ficus, a wonderful palm. Is the ceiling meant to be this high? For Christ's sake, you don't need plants, you need Yosemite Park. We added the garage pieces to the ceiling by mistake. So we had to make the garage out of the pieces that are supposed to be our closet. Well, don't worry about this tank. We can cover it with ivy. Bob, make me a drink. And make it a stiff one. Oh, come on, you two, don't give me that look. I've discovered a great medical cure for sobriety. Alcoholism. Oh, Marge, it is so ironic. I mean, a woman as nurturing as you could be so self-destructive. I'll tell you what's ironic. The rapist made off with my Mark Cross rape whistle. Perfect. You two go on, I'm just gonna freshen my drink. All this room needs is a few decorative touches, like some right angles. I'm home! Bob, I'm so excited. I'm getting a bigger office. Real walls, no partition, a door. I think Cindella's impressed. But let's not talk about my promotion when Pam and Edie get here. Honey, try to be nice to Edie. Her newspaper's been bought out by Rupert Murdoch. Oh, wow, doctor, pregnant. How unexpected. Bob. We are thrilled even though we had planned to wait. Bob, keep playing that record and I will throw up again. I haven't told the office. This morning I threw up at a board meeting. But nobody seemed to think anything about it. Apparently it's quite common for people to throw up at board meetings. Edie, we are having a baby. Ah, you too. Pam and Edie are having a baby. Artificial insemination. They used a turkey baster and they just let nature take its course. Twin boys. Somehow I blame the waterbed. Oh, honey, we can do it. This time we will split the chores right down the middle. Promise. Oh, we can have it all. We already have it all. We just got it all at once, that's all. Bob, honey, be honest. Do you think I'm a good mother? Yesterday I went to kiss the boys goodbye. They saw Hildy coming in and ran to kiss her hello. She says that I mixed them up. Of course, it's her word against mine. I want them to have all the things we've never had. Pam and Edie are already giving little Ivan violin lessons. Honey, I've got to run. Hildy will be here any minute. I'm getting an assistant, Bob. I have asked Zindel. Take some of the workload off. Look at this. We bought the same bag again. What is Zindel pulling? Some kind of perverse power play. Marge, I can't talk right now. I know, honey. Daniel's always leaving. Just let him go this time. Let me call you later. Bob, I forgot to remind you. You have the twins tonight. I've got class. But I need this assertiveness training, Bob. You finished your sensitivity training last week. Why would you sign up for an advanced class? Honey, I don't think I can take you being any more sensitive. I worry sometimes maybe Bob has gotten too much in touch with his feminine side. Last night, I'm pretty sure he faked an orgasm. Oh, Bob. Today, Marge picked the boys up at the office. And when she brought them back, I knew she'd been drinking. Oh, but I had to forgive her. They looked so adorable. They were wearing little Indian cotton drawstring pants, little baby Birkenstock sandals. Their T-shirt, small is beautiful. Oh, honey, they look just like you did when we first met. Sometimes, when the twins are sleeping, I look down at them, and I feel this rush of tenderness. And I am amazed at the love I feel. And then they wake up. Hyperactive twins! When they turned 3, the doctor prescribed Ritalin. I wouldn't dream of giving drugs to my children, but it does help when I take it myself. At some point, they realized that there were 2 of them and only 1 of me. One rainy day, I stayed home sick. They were unusually hyper. Do you want Mommy to teach you a new game? I actually dragged them out to my car through the pouring rain, put them in the back seat. Stay there and play car wash. Last week, I came home to find Hildy stretched out on the floor motionless. I feared the worst. Suddenly, they leaped out, marked her earlobe with a magic marker. They were playing Wild Kingdom. Hildy was an elephant dying of thirst. She had to be tagged and moved to a water hole. I can't. Oh, Edie. Edie, I'm so glad that it's you. I need you to call Marge. Maybe get together with her. I had to cancel on her again, and she sounded so down. I couldn't have lunch. It's been a terrible day. I just had to fire Chrissy. She can't type, file, or spell well. And the weekend is out. Sindel insists that I do this conference thing. Don't laugh. Woman on the way up. I know he's got big plans for me. I can't let up now. And tonight, I've got Bob penciled in. I don't know how I functioned before this conference. I learned desktop gardening, office isometrics, and power dressing. A concept whose basic thrust consists mainly in wearing something around the neck that looks sort of like a scarf and sort of like a tie and sort of like a ruffle and doesn't threaten anyone because you don't look good in it. Honey, Bob, I'm home. Sweetheart, I've canceled my business meeting so that we could spend the evening together. Well, if it's your Aikido class, you've got to go. I didn't know you were taking Aikido. Ah, Edie, Marge called. She wanted the boys to spend the weekend again. I had to say no. Oh, I went to pick them up at her shop and found her lying on the floor. At first, I thought they were playing Wild Kingdom. I think Bob is right. She does a lot of coke, and then she drinks to take the edge off. Could you go by and see if she's okay? Come on, boys. Supper's almost ready. Settle down. And did you hear Daniel split again? Oh, he never got over the rape. I don't think she'll ever get over him. Just a second. You know our agreement. If you're gonna fight, use your bataka in counterbats. Is that little Ivan I hear playing the violin? He sounds like Isaac Stern. Oh, raise or no raise, I need a housekeeper. Hildy will not lift a finger except for the kids. Last week in desperation, I just picked up all the junk, tossed it into the samadhi tank, and forgot about it. Until Bob testing it filled it with water. It began to overflow, and out came all the stuff I'd forgotten. And well, I'm not proud of this, but I let Bob think the twins had done it. If I had known that this is what it would be like to have it all, I might have been willing to settle for less. Oh, Edie. Oh, God. I knew that she was in pain. Bob, something terrible. Marge is dead. She's hanged herself. They found her hanging from a macrame planter. What do you mean, how? I guess she took the plant out and put her head in. We had a memorial service for Marge at her store. Janet was there when I asked about Agnes. She'd lost custody. Agnes was living with her father and his new wife. I felt so grateful for Bob and the kids, honey. From now on, I will be mega mom, wonder working woman, willing wife. Bob. I will even be the total woman. For a night or two. Oh, honey, let's not lose what we have. Let's try to be there for each other. Bob. Bob. I had no idea that they'd taken the bats to school with them. Just give me a list of the damage and I will pay for it. Oh, Bob, let's face it. We are raising two Darth Vaders. Please stop complaining about the cleaning not being back. I can't take one more complaint. Boys, Robert, McCord, take your Pataka bats and go outside. You expect too much of me. I have to be organic, holistic. I said, take your bats and go outside. Learn millet recipes, make beet juice, wait around for sourdough to rise, wheatgrass to grow, and walk cooking. You said it was fast. Give me those bats and go outside. It is fast. What takes time is having to go to Chinatown for all those Chinese vegetables. I've never seen Bob so angry. You're not so damn zen after all. You are passive-aggressive. Somehow we both mistook that for spirituality. Bob threw things up to me. The times I'd been late, the weekends I'd been gone. He threw things up to me. Like the time I let the clothes pile up for so long, by the time I got around to it, the twins had outgrown the ironing. Bob, it's clear what you and I both need. A wife. Edie, I can't go to the conference this weekend. The sales campaign, just a second. Tell Sindel I will be there in a moment. I'm gonna write you a check. How do I make it? Oh, I've got to call you back. I've got Bob's bag. Tell Sindel I will be there in a moment. I really have to say, for you to hire somebody from outside the company to do a job you know I can do because I have been doing it, and my own job. I wanted to take the scarf ruffle tie thing from around my neck and strangle him. I had no choice but to quit, Bob. It's been a great day. Remember last week? That fight that we had? And the one before that? Didn't you notice? We never made up. We don't even make the effort to make up anymore. I know that you're involved with someone. I tore up the letter. Who is it? Some horny herbalist? Is it that checkout girl at the Health Mart? Who is it? Oh, I can just imagine what she's like. If she knows Aikido, she probably knows the Kama Sutra. You're probably having this great tantric sex thing. I'm sure she's more evolved than I am, isn't she? I wish I'd been taking karate classes. I would love for these hands to be weapons. She probably has time to make good money and to meditate. Don't tell me her tofu tastes like lasagna. She knows what shaped face she has and where she's going and how to get there neatly. Feel free to interrupt me at any time. But doctor, premenstrual syndrome. I'm getting divorced. I'm raising twin boys. I have a lot of job pressure. I've got to find one. The ERA didn't pass. Not long ago, I lost a very dear friend. And the woman, my husband, is in love with, is quite a bit younger than I am. And you think it's my period and not my life.
Let's stay together. Pam and I are moving to New York. Ivan got that violin scholarship. Gonna play a solo at Carnegie Hall. Can you believe that that turkey baster kid is a prodigy? I knew we had something special when he was born on Thanksgiving. Oh, he cries about leaving the twins. They've been his good buddies. You know how those bullies at school gang up on him playing the violin the way he does. Got one blue eye and one brown. Two mommies and no daddy. Anybody picked on him, those twins were like little Charlie Bronsons with Bataka bats. We're taking Janet's loft while she tours Europe. Can you believe that damn performance art piece is a big hit? She's gonna take Agnes, but the ex said no. Oh, it's these damn high heels. You said you were back in the workforce, but you didn't say what. I'm a partner, Edie. We import ethnic clothing. Mostly from South America, and don't say it. I don't think we're exploiting cheap labor. So much as I think we are giving work to people who would be out of work. If we weren't exploiting cheap labor. It's hard to be politically conscious and upwardly mobile at the same time. How naive to think there was a time when we actually thought we were going to change the system. And all the time,
The day we signed the divorce papers. All I could think of was all the mistakes we'd made. And was this going to be another one? Are you going down to the garage? I took the boys to see Santa Claus. When Santa Claus asked Robert what he wanted for Christmas, Robert said a nuclear freeze. And then McCord yanked Santa's beard off and said, "What animal got killed for this?" I knew you'd be proud. I mean, for a kid that age to have the spirit to confront Santa Claus on what he thought was a moral issue. Maybe we did some things right after all. Are you watching? Is Pam there?
Geraldine Ferraro, who
If only Marge could have seen
her
this.
mother's name, not for any modern sense of feminism, Barbara, but because she
Can you
feels she
believe
owes
this
her
guy?
mother so much.
Ladies and gentlemen of the convention, my name is Geraldine Ferraro.
The power of our sisterhood. Our sisterhood.
Oh, there is something odd looking about a garage sale outside a dome home. Especially when it's in your closet. Everything goes. Even the house. We still have the boxes that it came in. This is a Samadhi flotation tank. It makes a wonderful storage bin. Everything inside goes. Except this t-shirt. Whales save us. And this. Autographed copy of Ms. Magazine. I'm keeping this.
Whoa! What a concert! Afterwards, me and my space chums got somewhat smashed on Rianiti off ice. We have been having an electromagnetic field day. Pun intended. Just listen. Amazing. Inside my head, I can still hear that violin concert. What is it in our brains lets us recall the music after it's over? Why is it when we hear some music, we get a lump in our throat? My space chums wonder how come we don't get the lump in our ear. They're impressed with our ability to get lumps in the throat. They asked me, did it feel like goosebumps? I said, you folks never felt goosebumps? This set us waxing philosophic. All this searching, all these trances, all this data. And all we really know is how little we know about what it all means. Body heat. They said to me, Trudy, we see now that intelligence is just the tip of the iceberg. Now they tell me, the more you know, the less knowing the meaning of things means. So forget the meaning of life. I didn't tell them, of course, I had. See, it's not so much what we know, but how we know. And what it is about us needs to know. The intriguing part, no matter how much we know, We still don't know. Where did this desire to want to know come from? So, no matter how much we know, there's more to knowing than we could ever know. Ah, don't look at me. This is the way they talk. Even Sir Isaac Newton secretly admitted to some friends. He understood how gravity behaved, but he didn't have a clue as to how it worked. The operative word here is what? Apple. Who said soup? We're thinking maybe the secrets about life we don't understand are the cosmic carrots in front of our noses that keep us going. So maybe we should stop trying to figure out the meaning of life and sit back and enjoy the mystery of life. The operative word here is what? Mystery, not meaning. This could be comforting. Of course, those who can enjoy the mystery, because life seems so meaningless. I can see your point. Looks like it just might be. And yet, if life is meaningless, this is the greatest mystery of all. And the more meaningless, then the greater the mystery. But if all of this is meaningless, then why the hell bring up the subject? This is so typical of what I do. I feel like a mammalian-brained lunkhead. Now they're insisting I take them someplace to get goosebumps. I think we should take in a play. I got goosebumps once that way. Pantyhose makes an excellent theater cape. On the way to the play, we stopped to look at the stars. And as usual, I felt in awe. Here, give me your hands. And then I felt even deeper in awe at this capacity we have to be in awe about something. And I became even more awestruck at the thought I was in some small way a part of that which I was in awe about. And this feeling went on and on, and on and on. My space chum's got a word for it. Awe infinitum. Because at the moment you're most in awe of all you don't understand, you're closer to understanding it all than at any other time. And I felt so good inside, my heart so full. I decided to set time aside each day to do aerobics.
Treasured tales are told, cradled depths unfold.
Oh, Lonnie.
Open
Lonnie, doesn't the rain feel good? I have had the most extraordinary evening with 2 brandies. Have you never been here? I come for the pianist. Ah, so much has happened since I've seen you that I feel like a new person. No, it's not my new fingertip. Good, though, isn't it? No, this evening, first this little boy played the violin. Absolute genius. Before I forget, here's that article I had Xerox for you. All about boredom, remember? Oh, no, that's not it. That's my suicide note. Well, not my suicide note. Where shall I start? When I was in L.A., I found this suicide note in the street where my aerobics class is. I don't know why I picked it up. You know it's more my nature to step over things. But something compelled me. It was right outside this metaphysical bookstore. I thought it could be a sign. Lately, I seem to look for signs, thank you. The closer I get to menopause, the more metaphysical I'm becoming. Cheers. I felt so sad at what she'd written in the note. But I felt even worse when I realized that losing the note could only add to her feelings of low self-esteem. Further evidence she could never do anything right. I should imagine there's only one thing more depressing than writing a suicide note, and that's losing the one you've just written. For a while, I kept it in my wallet. And then I grew concerned. Well, supposing I got hit by a car. I go unconscious, the paramedics come, they discover the note, they think it's mine, and they give it to Freddie. Well, it would seem very strange that I just happened to be carrying someone else's suicide note. So I started keeping it at home in one of those fireproof boxes with my important papers. And then the thought again, what if something happened? The note would be discovered and be given great importance because it was with my important papers. So I began moving it around the house. Lonnie, I was so afraid that I would misplace it, so I wrote myself a note telling me where I'd put it. Now I had the suicide note and the note telling me where the suicide note was hidden, so I have decided it is best kept in my purse. But I've written a note explaining the whole business. Well, go ahead and say it. I am possessed. What is it about this phantom person that is so compelling? She seems so fragile. And yet, courageous too. Ironically, there is in this suicide note more feeling, more forgiveness, more capacity for life. Whatever this person is, or was, she was not jaded, she was not bored. If she ever did commit suicide, it would be out of feeling too much, not too little. Her only real complaint is something she calls this business of false hopes. That's really something, don't you think? I mean, in writing a suicide note, the real person must come out. No, there's nothing dramatic, no big tragedy, no terminal illness, it seems. Just a lifetime of being dismissed. By everyone, apparently. Except me. Lonnie, this evening after the concert, I saw these two prostitutes on the corner talking with this street crazy, this bag lady, and I actually stopped to watch them, even though it had begun to rain. And I remembered something. I think it was Kafka wrote about having been filled with a sense of endless astonishment at simply seeing a group of people cheerfully assembled. I saw this young man go up, obviously from out of town, and he asked them, "How do I get to Carnegie Hall?" And the bag lady said, "Practice." And we caught each other's eyes. The prostitutes, the bag lady, the young man, and I, we all burst out laughing. There we were, laughing together in the pouring rain. And then the bag lady did the dearest thing. She offered me her umbrella hat. She said that I needed it more than she did because one side of my hair was beginning to shrink. And Lonnie, I did the strangest thing. I took it.
Hey, what's this? Dear Trudy, thanks for making our stay here so jam-packed and fun-filled. We have orders to go to a higher bio-vibrational plane. Just wanted you to know the neurochemical imprints of our cardio-cortical experiences here on Earth will remain with us always. But what we take with us into space that we cherish most is the goosebump experience. Yeah, remember that night I took him to the theater? We're standing there in the dark. I feel one of them tug my sleeve. He whispers, "Trudy, look." I said, "Yeah, goosebumps. You really like the play that much?" They said it wasn't the play gave them goosebumps, it was the audience. I forgot to tell them to watch the play. They've been watching the audience. Yeah, to see a group of strangers sitting together in the dark, laughing and crying about the same things, just knocked them out. They said, "Trudy, the play was soup. The audience, art."
Think of our planet spinning somewhere out in space. I feel so much for the whole human race. I think of our awkwardness, I think of our grace. I think of the truth that we've never faced. I think of our vanity, what we are and what we can be. I think of the joy, I think of the pain. I think of things I can't even explain. The ones from Earth, a strange little place. We're the ones with the guns and the spray cans of mace. We're the ones who sing Amazing Grace. We're the ones with the books that will never get read. Who will step on others to get ahead. We're the ones with the movie Night of the Living Dead. We're the ones so sexy, so good in bed. When I think of us all spinning out in space, I feel so much for the whole human race. I think of the people I knew who cared for me. I think of the few who are still really there for me. I think of the blunders, all the wonders too. I think of me, I think of you, and what together we can do. But the ones with the hungry we never did feed, and when you cut us, we're the ones who will bleed. We're the ones who will follow, even though there's no one to lead. We're the ones who look for company in all-night bars. of us spinning somewhere out in space. I feel so much for the whole human race. I think of how tender, I think of how gentle, and I'm not ashamed to admit I get sentimental. I think of our fragility, our future, and where we'll be. I think of our pride, I think of the shame, I think of what we've done with our 15 minutes of fame. I think of it all, how small and how great, and maybe it's not too late.
For best performance by a leading actress in a play who single-handedly illuminates an entire parade of instantly recognizable human representatives in the search for signs of intelligent life in the universe, Lily Tomlin!
I'm thrilled to win this. I'm so happy to get this beautiful Tony. My associate producer, Cheryl, said to me tonight, why don't you go out and get a permanent? So you say, I wasn't sure I was going to get it. So I went out and got one of my own. So, I'd have a Tony on. Well, I'm going to thank Sam Cohn. I want to thank Jerry and Bernie and Phil, who gave us a pretty good deal on the Plymouth. I want to thank Charles Bowden, Paula Lawrence, my dear friends and constant supporters. Sereno, Corn and Nappy, a great ad agency, who will, I hope, put this in my ad on Sunday. Veronica Claypool, our general manager. Cheryl Swanick, I mentioned her name earlier, my associate producer. Janet Baroza, who's my stage manager, does a wonderful job every night. Otz Munderloh and Debbie Van Puck, who developed and designed the sound for us. Peter Jampolos, who did the wonderful lights and the set. Pam Young, I'm going to get them all in because I live with them every night. Tina, Judy Van Herpen, Luann, Jimmy D, Jim Spradling, Mike, Mark, Barbara on Spot, Joan, Joey Monaco, Roy Sears, who built me a stage that doesn't squeak, Barry in the box office, Sadie, our head usher, who celebrated her 90th birthday this year, and of course, more than anybody, who? Oh, Cheryl Dolby, my press representative, PMK, my full-time press representative, and of course, most of all, Jane Wagner, who wrote this beautiful play. That I have the great fun and privilege and happiness to do every night. I have these lifesavers absolutely squashed in my hand. I'm so happy to be an actor and to be a part of the theater and to work in New York and to have been here all year and to have this play to do that celebrates the experience of theater and the audience and their participation in that experience. And I'm truthfully joyful, and I share this with Jane, first of all, and with everybody who supports us every night, and we all of us share it and accept it in loving memory of my teacher, Peggy Fury, and I love you all.
I don't see any intelligent life anywhere ever. And certainly not at a Lily Tomlin function.
No chewing gum inside the theater. I want everything orderly, 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 orderly. Who else has gum? Check your mouth. Open your mouth widely. I said open your mouth. You will not be permitted admission to the theater. Open your mouth. Open it widely. Very good. And I do smell juicy fruit on you. Everybody form a single file here, orderly, 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 and be kind to your neighbors.